Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take whatever does help your personal situation and to leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Virgo, let's jump on in. We're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards first, and then we're going to dive deeper into the story with tarot as we progress in the reading. So let's start, Virgo, with the overall energy for your recent past. What has Virgo been dealing with? What does Virgo need to know about it? Whoa. Okay, that's a lot. Shift your energy. Acceptance of love. Leap of faith. And breakthrough. Okay. You guys have been going through a pretty major transformation. This empowerment on the bottom of the deck here, I feel like it's a transformation of really stepping into your power in some way. Because I feel like for a really long time, you were, or maybe still are, struggling with a reality that doesn't reflect what it is that you truly deserve and truly desire. And I feel like you have been on some sort of journey for a while. Call it a healing journey, a spiritual journey, just a growth journey, whatever word resonates with you. And I feel like you are headed toward some sort of breakthrough that leads to changes outside of you. Because remember, as above, so below, as within, so without. Our life, the things that we experience, is a reflection of what's going on within us. So as we grow, as we heal, as we evolve, as we kind of level up, if you will, spiritually and just personally, our life starts to change with it. Now, maybe you haven't necessarily experienced those changes in your outer reality yet, but I feel like that's what this breakthrough card is about, is that's where you're headed. You're heading toward some sort of breakthrough. And I feel like this is a lot of like feeling your way through the darkness kind of energy, especially with the leap of faith. I feel like you've kind of been forced to really have a lot of trust and faith that things are going to work out, or that your things are going to improve, or that you're going to get to where you want to go, or whatever the case is. And I do very much feel like you are going to get to where you're trying to go, or things are going to improve. It just feels like it's a result of all of the things that you've been going through and dealing with and working on. So, I don't know, but I do feel like there's like a power, you're on the verge of something, like a shift or a change in some way, like something pretty powerful too. Current energy for Virgo. Now this is past energy, but I feel like this is kind of like what has been leading you toward where you're at right now. Current energy for Virgo. Empowerment. Yeah, there it is. Potential gateway. You have this maintain your childlike spirit, love matters, and keep your dreams alive. When you're going through, and then infinite blessings again, but I feel like this potential gateway was on the bottom, and that's really the overall. I feel like, or when we're going through a journey, a healing journey, a growth journey, just a journey in general, and you've been on a journey for a while and you're not seeing the results of it, things aren't happening the way that you think, it's really easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, or to like lose your excitement for the journey. And I feel like this is the universe asking you to not lose that part of you, the excitement, the potential, because it does feel like things are shifting. But I will tell you, one of the things that I really learned about just breakthroughs and when abundance starts to shift and pour into our life is that a lot of people give up right before it's about to happen. They give up, or they step away, or they stop trying. And that saying, like, it's darkest before dawn, is very, very true. And it doesn't necessarily mean that things need to be like horrible right before things happen, but typically things get a little bit more challenging right before breakthroughs start to happen or things start to change. And not giving up on your path or on a goal or on a dream is going to be so incredibly important for you. Now, I don't necessarily feel like I'm speaking to a collective that's going to give up, but I do very much feel like trying to keep, there's a difference between optimism and toxic positivity. Optimism is being able to look at what's happening around you and go, maybe things aren't where I want them to be, or things aren't necessarily working out the way that I want, but I'm trusting that things are working out for my highest good. I believe that the universe has my back. Toxic positivity is just saying everything's fine and, I'm happy and I'm great, even when you're not. It's like denying your reality. So when I talk about like maintaining optimism or maintaining faith, I'm not saying to be positive all the time and to look at everything and be like, oh, everything's great and sunshine and rainbows, because that's not realistic and that's not life, nor is that healthy. But I do very much feel like you're on the verge of some really major shift. And right when you're on the verge of that, that's when things feel the most challenging. That's when things start to feel maybe even a little bit impossible or like they're never going to happen. Don't allow those feelings to trick you into believing that your fears or the doubts are true. It's like a major change, a major shift or a major change. But it's one that it's been like a long time coming, is another way that I kind of see that. But what does Virgo need to know moving forward? What does Virgo need to know about their immediate future? Be true to your heart. Trust your own understanding. And then I accidentally took this other card too. Be gentle with yourself. But I don't feel like it's supposed to take that one. Be true to your heart. Trust your own understanding. Make a decision. Let love be your beacon. So this is all about following your heart, following your intuition, and really trust. I mean, saying be true to your heart and let love be your beacon twice is kind of is very telling, because it's like you are okay, this is going to sound a little cliche, but like all of the answers that you need are within you. And what I mean by that is that at every single moment, only you know what's best for you. Only you know what's right for you. You know when you need to walk away from something, when it's time to take a leap of faith. Like, you are the only one who knows that for sure, because you're the only one walking your path. You're the only one who knows you better than anybody else. And sometimes we get caught up in, looking outside of ourselves for answers, or trying to constantly predict what's going to happen. And that might leave us in a place of fear or anxiety or doubt or second guessing. And I feel like this is really about tapping in or continuing to tap into your intuition as much as you can, and to trust that it's taking you exactly where you're supposed to go. Because I feel like I'm speaking to a collective that's been like relentlessly or attempting to relentlessly follow their intuition. And I feel like you're going to see that pay off. I really, really do. Even if it feels impossible, or if other people are like, hey, Virgo, you're crazy for following your dreams, or whatever the case might be. I will say like growth journeys, healing journeys, or even just trying to manifest the life that you desire can be a very isolating experience because a lot of people aren't facing their fears. A lot of people are living in complacency, doing what they've been taught to do or what they feel like they're supposed to do or what they've been told to do, and they will always project their fears and their insecurities and their self-doubt onto you. So if, it's kind of like, and I think that this isn't really, I'm not saying necessarily that this is what you're doing, but just pay attention to the people that, the naysayers, like people who are, kind of predicting your downfall or who are expecting you to fail or who are, second guessing you. Like, are you sure that's the right idea? Like, this is about you and what you know to be true and that that this is your path and that that this is how, that things are going to work out. So what everyone else thinks or what everyone else has to say about you or where you're headed, like, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're following your own understanding here. So I feel like, if the more that you can be just like relentlessly, and it's the second word I've used that, but relentlessly authentic and just follow, what's meant for you, the more you're going to create what aligns the most with you. So I do feel like I'm speaking to a collective that's been really tapping into a very deep level of like courage and bravery and really showing up for like your path, your unique purpose in some way. So I don't know. It feels like it is going to pay off, but let's see. Overall theme of this reading for Virgo, please. Emotions are running high. Yeah, and then the end of a tough cycle approaches. So you are on the verge of breaking a cycle of some sort of breakthrough, of stepping into a new beginning, and everything feels so heavy. It feels overwhelming. And I think that that's what I found personally is so interesting about cycles is that the closer you get to breaking one, you'd think that like you've learned the lessons, you've dealt with all of these things, and like so it'd be easier to handle the cycle or easier to close it out. But it actually gets harder. It's like you're forced to face all of the things that you've learned and all of the ways that you've grown like all at once. So right before good things happen, things can feel really heavy. You can fall into insecurity. Your fear can be really loud. To me, I've learned that like when I'm dealing with those moments where everything feels just like overwhelming and scary and I'm afraid and I'm uncertain and I don't really know what's going to happen, I've learned to like in those moments stop and give gratitude for them because I've learned that the more that I can wade through them with faith, it's usually a sign that good things are coming. It's like usually a sign that things are about to get good. Sometimes things do like, get a little bit darker before that light starts to appear. But if you look at everything in your life as temporary, both the good and bad, you learn to really embrace the good when you have it and to really learn to kind of wade through those lows whenever they're happening because you know that they're not going to last forever and they're eventually going to lead you to another high. So I feel like this is, you're on the verge of something, a breakthrough, a change, a shift, and things feel hard, they feel heavy, it feels overwhelming. It's just kind of part of it, but I do feel like things are going to be good. All right, Virgo, past energy for you, breakthrough with shift your energy. What does Virgo need to know about what they've been dealing with? This feels major too, like a major breakthrough or a major shift of some sort. Past energy for Virgo. What has Virgo been dealing with? Judgment in reverse. Okay. The Temperance. The World and Reverse. So you've been stuck in some sort of cycle and some sort of like, call it a phase of your life for a while. And I feel like you've started to feel like things are never, ever going to change. I certainly know what it's like to feel that way. I know, what it's like to be on a journey and to feel so overwhelmed and so like lost and confused and, unsupported even by the universe that like, you're like, there's no way things are ever going to get better. Like, there's no way this is happening for my highest good. Like, there's no way that things are going to work out. And I feel like whatever this journey is that you've been on, like, you've been on it for like a long time, possibly for some of you, even lifetimes. Like, this is like a long freaking cycle. And I feel like that's why, when we've experienced something for so long, when we've experienced struggle or pain or heartbreak or loss or lack or whatever the case is for so long, of course it's hard for you to believe that things are going to be different. Like, why would you believe things are going to be different if you've experienced things being a certain way for so long? But it feels like this shift is like, it feels bigger than you too. But it's going to directly affect you, but it feels bigger than you. So I don't know if anyone in astrology has any insight into like some sort of shift that is happening, but I feel like it's something that is kind of shifting in the energy, in the atmosphere, and it's like closing out like a period of time, like a phase, or like I said, a journey. Journey is the best word for me to describe. So, I think that the only thing that can hold you back from things changing for the good is giving up on yourself, giving up on your journey, giving up on things not working out here. Because I feel like you're being moved into, like, if I were to put it in a phrase, like higher vibrations. Like things that align with higher vibrations. And it's because you've raised your vibration through like your growth and your healing, because this isn't just someone who's been on this journey and like hasn't been doing anything. Okay, this is for a collective that's been doing the work, that's been doing the healing, that's been learning, growing, healing, evolving, like connecting with their spiritual connection. Like, this is for the Virgos who have been doing the damn thing, basically. And I do feel like you have been, and I feel like that's like you're gonna see the payoff of that, even though the journey's been long and grueling and treacherous. And I feel like things are going to work out in the end here. But you have keep your dreams alive with potential gateway. Current energy for Virgo. The Nine of Wands. This literally means you're like at that point right before a cycle ends. It's so, what is this in reference to? Right before something manifests. Right before something manifests. Can we give Virgo anything else? It is actively manifesting, but there's so much anxiety and fear and doubt and insecurity right now. Emotions are running high. There's so much of it. It's heavy. Your emotions aren't telling you a truth. They're telling you a story. Not all stories are truth, right? They're giving you insight into the way that your brain is processing, the way that you're thinking and feeling. And your emotions are important because it gives you good insight. But a lot of times your emotions are just need to be felt. Think of it as like little friends that need a little bit of validation. When you're anxious or you're afraid or you're sad or you're scared, all of those emotions are valid and they're important to be addressed, but you don't have to believe them. You don't have to believe that you have anything to be afraid of or that things aren't going to work out, which is where a lot of people get tripped up. Not believing everything you think and feel and becoming the observer of your experience is so important when it comes to creating the life that you truly deserve and desire, because it allows you to create awareness and separation between how your brain is currently processing and how to react and respond. Because if you're constantly reacting to your emotions, to the way that you feel about something, you're going to constantly be stuck in the same pattern. Think of your brain as a pattern. It's wired a certain way. And if it's wired a certain way, it's going to experience those same things. But when we can step outside of that pattern and we can understand that our emotions are just projections, that's where we can start to understand. So I don't have to believe them. I don't have to act on them. I can keep showing up in faith. I can keep showing up believing that I'm worthy of good things, even if it feels like things aren't working out, even if it feels like, I'm never going to get to where I'm trying to go. And I talk about this a lot, especially in these general readings, how faith isn't a feeling. It's not feeling 100% certain all the time, but it's an action. It's continuing to show up for the life that you deserve, the love that you deserve, the abundance that you deserve, even when it feels like everything is against you. But I feel like you've been doing this, and I feel like you're really tired and really annoyed that you've been on this journey for as long as you have. But I feel like things are about to change. I do. I feel like things are about to change in a major way for you. What does Virgo need to know moving forward? Can Virgo expect this immediate future? Remember, this is about being true to your heart, trusting your own understanding, which again is where it's like you're the only one who knows what's right for you, right? Your emotions are going to tell you you're not good enough, you should be afraid, the universe isn't supporting you, but in your soul, you're going to know this is right for me. Like, I know where I'm headed. I know that I'm headed in the right direction. I know that things are going to work out. I know that I'm supported. Follow that voice, not the voice of your fear or your doubt. Page of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. You're also being very divinely guided. Very heavily and divinely guided. So you're not alone. Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles. There's the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is always all about, and then there's the Death. Moving on, moving forward. This is all about new energy. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, literally. New opportunities. But it's on the other side of it's like you've got to go through what you're going through now to get to this. But you're going to get to this. But you're also not alone. That's the beauty of it, right? Like you're divinely guided, you're divinely supported. There are other things working in your favor beyond you. I also feel that for those of you who have been healing for a really long time and feel like things aren't getting better, sometimes things do have to get worse before they get better. Like I've learned that too about just healing in general, is like sometimes things have to feel worse before they feel better. So if you feel like things are getting worse, I don't want to invalidate by saying this, but try to believe that you're actually closer to things changing for the better. Because there's some sort of cycle. You have the Death here. You're moving forward from it, and it moves you toward new opportunities. And it's opportunities that align with what it is that you've been wanting. So you're on the verge of it. Don't give up on it. Whatever it is, keep showing up, keep fighting. And I feel like you're gonna be pleasantly surprised with how things unfold. It takes time. These future readings, this isn't like, it's going to happen tomorrow. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen by the end of February, because these readings are for the end of February. But it just means whatever. First of all, a lot of these readings I do believe can be very timeless, and it just kind of depends on when you look at them, read them. Because my goal is always just to provide whatever needs to be heard at the time that it needs to be heard. I timestamp them based on when I do them, and it's usually I put them in a 2-week period from when I have them done. But future energy is going to be different for everyone. Not everybody is on the same time frame, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. So I don't want you to, what I'm getting at is I don't want you in a month from now, if things haven't happened, been like, oh, she lied, or like, it's not going to happen, because that might deepen your fear and the anxiety. Just trust that it is happening already, and you're going to be led there exactly at the right moment, exactly at the right time, and in the right way. In order for things to be sustainable, in order for you to continue to get to experience all of these wonderful things that life does have in store for you. Whatever this is in reference to for you. All right, we're going to hop on over to the extended. In this extended, I'm going to look at what it is that you can do or need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Virgo, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Virgo.